Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. In today's video, we're going over the stuff that I don't like on my new 2023 Frontier Pro-4x. Now, obviously none of this stuff is major, otherwise I wouldn't have bought the truck. And it's not so much even that I don't like it, it's just little things I find weird with the truck that I would have changed up if I had the chance. And if I could, a lot of it you can't change, just things that I find a little off, maybe could have been a little bit different. But I'm going to go over them with you guys today in this video, so let's get started. Alright, so strangely enough, most of them, well all of them except one actually, are in the interior of the truck. I really love the outside of this truck. Obviously I did choose this over the other brands. I thought the look was right on point of what I was looking for, and it just suited what I wanted, so that's why I picked it up. So what we're going to go over for number one is actually the steering wheel. Now the size is good. The feeling's good, it looks good. You got your little red accent in the middle with the lava red and the black. That's the Frontier Pro-4x thing for 2023. But what's a little bit off for me is the placement of the buttons. When you're driving, I don't really drive with my hands on 10 and 2, but if you're driving like this, to try to slide your hand down and get to the buttons, like I've got not massive hands, but medium-sized, large hands. If they're any smaller than this, if you're still wanting to hold on to your wheel, you're really stretching to reach the buttons. Now it's not the end of the world, it's just, it feels awkward when you're actually physically doing this. And then obviously it's the same on that side. And for your volume controls and your setting controls, to try to go back and forth, it's just a little bit off. It's not the end of the world, but it just feels weird when you're doing it. Now I've had this truck for a couple months now and I'm kind of getting used to it. You just kind of slide your hand forward like this to get to the buttons after a while. But you know, safety wise and all that, they're thinking you're driving 10 and 2. Your buttons are way off. Maybe if they made them this way, it might have been a little bit better, but you still would have been stretching over to reach a few of them. But like I said, just when you're cruising around trying to do something really quick, it's just awkward to find it and where you want to be. Number two of the things I don't like, believe it or not, is actually the rear view mirror. Now I have the luxury package, so you do have your home link on the bottom, so I don't know if this mirror is actually different compared to what might be in a lower model or a different model without the luxury package, because this comes with your full leather interior and all that, and part of it is the home link. So they might add something to this possibly, but when you're sitting here, it's too small in my opinion. When you're driving, you actually can't see your full back window. So I don't know if the camera really picks it up like that, but in my mind, it's just a little bit too small. And number two with this is up here, you got sensors and stuff for driving to adjust your mirror. Now my hands are not that fat, but I'm right-handed, so I automatically go for this side to adjust it. And your fingers actually don't fit between the mirror and the box up here with all your stuff in there to bring it up and down. So just another thing that's a little bit awkward that I would change. Maybe lose the trim, make it a little fatter, and it might work slightly better, but that's number two. Now number three is kind of a two-parter. We don't have memory seats. Now this truck is fully loaded. It's pretty much as loaded as you can get. So you would think for something, especially in 2023, to have power and memory seats. They do have power seats on the driver's side only, but no memory seats. So when my wife or someone else is in here and adjusts the seat, you have to adjust it back, which that's why I said this is a two-parter, brings me to the controls. Now the way the door is, you can see it's right up against your leg. So to get in there, you got to move over, and if you got a fatter arm than me, I'm pretty much right tight as I can get between my butt and the door, and then you can get to your controls. But when you're driving and you're sitting up straight, if you have to adjust anything, it's just a really big hassle, especially with the seatbelt on. You got to get in there. It's just a little bit on the tight side. I don't really know how they could fix it. I think the whole vehicle would have to be slightly wider, but that's number three. It's just a little bit tight and a little bit awkward to get to your controls for the seat if you need to make any sort of adjustment. All right, up to number four. Now with the Pro-4x, like I mentioned, you get your lava red accents everywhere. You got your stitching, you got just panels here in the center, in the door, in the seat, your Pro 4X stitching there and everything is all lava red. But then with the trim around your shift knob, as well as your steering wheel, a little bit around the radio, they use this black. And not only does it pick up fingerprints really easily, but if you come up here in the light, you can see it's got a little bit of sparkle to it. And that sparkle, if you're not sitting in the direct sunlight like we are right now, it looks dusty. And I know a few times I go like this and I try to dust it off because I think, oh, it's dusty in here. But that's actually the sparkle in the paint. Like I said, it shows up nice in the sunlight. You do get the shine. It looks like a little bit of glitter in there. But when you're not in the sunlight, it's more of an eyesore. I would rather it just be a flat black with no shine to it or no sparkle in it. Just make it black, or even better, make it the lava red like everything else. It wouldn't look too bad. It might be a little much on the steering wheel maybe, but for this little bit of trim and stuff, I would have liked to see the red or just another color. I know on the base trims, this is gray, I believe. So that's probably better than this because it just looks dirty. You keep going like this, trying to wipe off the dust that isn't actually dust. And then because it picks up fingerprints so easily, when you do that, now you can see you just smear your fingerprints across the thing every time. And now you got to clean it, make it look good. You got smudges everywhere. It's going to end up looking like this with fingerprints all over the screen. It just kind of ends up everywhere. Something a little bit maybe nitpicky, but like I said, when you're driving around not really paying attention, and me being new to this vehicle, I kept thinking it was dust, trying to wipe it off, and it wouldn't go anywhere. And now for the final one, number 5, I brought it back in the garage just so hopefully you guys can see it a little better. Now, when you open the tailgate up, it does have lights on the inside. Now it's not connected to the tailgate, it's not a power tailgate, not power locking, anything like that. But when you open it up, I wish they would have had a feature where it would turn on and you could actually see inside the bed. I work shift work, a lot of nighttime stuff, so I walk up here with bags in my hands, you pop open the tailgate, and it's empty right now, but if you have stuff in there and you're a little tight on space, especially in the middle of the night, you can't see. And when you auto start the car, it's running, it's warming up, but these lights don't turn on unless you hit unlock. You can see now they pop on. As soon as you lock it, they're gone, just like that. So of course, when you auto start your car, you lock it, start it, it's warming up. You walk up, keys in the pocket, open up the tailgate. You can't see what you're doing because it's pitch black, and they have lights back there, but they're kind of useless when they don't turn on. So you'll always have to hit unlock, and then they'll pop on, and you can see they do work very well. Can go all the way to the back of the tailgate, lights everything up, and you can see just how bright they are. You got LED brake lights as well. So I just wish they would pop on when you opened up the tailgate. So there you have it, guys, the 5 things I thought was kind of weird with the truck. Obviously it's not enough to stop me from purchasing the truck because here it is in my garage, and I highly recommend, if you're looking for a mid-sized truck, go and pick it up, check for yourself, give it a drive. It rides smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable on the inside, it's got all the newest tech and everything you could want. So this is more of just things I found weird, nothing that would make me not want to buy the truck, and nothing that makes me regret owning the truck. So hopefully you guys like this video. I'll do 5 things I like. I'll bring that out in a couple more days. We'll see. I got to get out, start filming more. That'll be coming out, and then hopefully we'll get around to starting the build. So if you want to see all that, make sure to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, drop a comment, and hopefully we catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.